putting together some slides for this video, Tina Turner, this trending story. So expect this video in the near future, on this character. But for now, what about March 20th famous birthdays? Let's see. What can we see? Can I see anything that's interesting? Here's a guy named King, YouTube star. A lot of that energy with LeBron King James and King Harris, T.I.'s son. Here's another King. So there's probably some connections there. Is there anybody here? There's Chester Bennington right there. Maybe I'll look at him. Look, Barron Trump's birthday. Right there as well. Barron Trump turns 9, and sometimes these aren't updated. But yeah, he does have the March 20th birthday. And that's interesting. That's the 20th day of the third month, like 23. And Donald equals 23, his dad. So he's got the 20th day of the third month birthday. And Donald, his dad, equals 23. Notice how he's born in 2006, and now we're in the year 26. Don't forget Joe Biden, born on the 20th as well, connected to Barron, Donald Trump, right? Look at that right there, huh? And who was the other character? Oh, Chester Bennington. Let's see. Chester Bennington. I think he's out of Arizona. Yeah, born in Phoenix, Arizona. Look, he's born on the 20th. Dead on the 20th. Okay? And he was in the band Linkin Park. Right there. So he was in Linkin Park. Let's see. Right here. Now look, he's born in Phoenix. Now this guy ended up dying. Where did he die? He died in California, but he's born in Phoenix. He was also the lead singer for Grey Days, Stone Temple Pilots, and Dead by Sunrise at different times in his career. Right? Okay, but look at that 115 right there. Okay, that, and even 155, those are both like 15. You see how they're like 15? 115, 155. You see 15s in there? Because he's born in Arizona, and Arizona equals 105, like 15. I point that out. All the time. Okay? I point that out all the time if you look at my Arizona decode section, right? So that's interesting, right? Is there any other, or is it just those two that we're familiar with? Let's scroll down. Take a look. See Ruby Rose right there. Is that the same Ruby Rose? Or who is the Rose character I'm thinking of who's trending all the time? Janae Schneider would know. But anyways, let me go back here. And Fred Rogers, TV actor. Mikey Day. There's Michael Rappaport. So you got a Mikey and you got a Michael right here. Here's Michael Rappaport. I remember, man, he was good in Higher Learning. He was awesome. He's age 55 right there. And Richard West pointed out Mystical's age. And I think Mystical, who's trending right now, is age 55 as well. Oh, and look, his name's Michael. Look at that right there. Check that out, Richard. And we're in the March as well, which is an M like Michael. No Limit Records. Shake gas. Tell me what you're working with. Right? This guy right here. So look, he's age 55. Michael Rappaport, if this is updated, it says 55 right there. You see that? And they got the name Michael, right? So, man, he was in Higher Learning with Ice Cube, who's also a rapper. And that was an incredible movie right here. That's just like that's just what I was more familiar with as I was growing up. He was in Higher Learning. 1995 crime romance. Look, Omar Epps, Ice Cube, Cole Hauser. Remember, there's a rapper J. Cole as well. So he played Remy. That's interesting because there's a rapper called Remy Ma now, a female. Okay, so you got a lot of these rapper connections in here. John Singleton's Power Portrait of College Life in the '90s. He was in Higher Learning. When did that release? I'm just curious. January 11th, 1995. Okay, interesting. Back over here. So again, it's the third month and the 20th day. 20th day of the third month. Okay, are these March 20th? Not sure. But is there anybody else? Daniel Cormier, Spike Lee. Is that today though? Let's see. Taking a little bit to load there. Cormier. Yes, Cormier's birthday's today. Man, he just popped in my algorithm. And I watched a video. He was trash talking John Bones Jones. And it's literally like one of the last videos I watched before I was done for the night. Look at this. See, look, he's trending. Check that out. Now it's his birthday. No chance Rousey Carano better than UFC White House. Calls UFC White House the best card of the year. Talking about Ronda Rousey right there. So look, that's interesting, man. Today's his birthday now, and he's all over my algorithm now, and he's trending. Check that out. So Spike Lee. It's also Spike Lee's birthday. It looks like Spike Lee is age 68 today. Let's see. Oh, he's 69. See, they don't update those famous birthdays right away. So excuse me if any of the ones earlier. Mystical is age 55 though. Well, this says as of March 2026. Don't make me do the math right now. You know what I'm saying? He was born 30. Okay, so he's going to be 56. But he was 55, it looks like. 30. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, never mind. So he is 55, right? 30 plus 26. So in September, he'll turn 56, if I'm correct. Let me know if I'm wrong. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, so Spike Lee is is age 69, and that should be updated right there. Now this guy is a filmmaker. I would really know him growing up watching basketball. He would be courtside at the Knicks games, right? He's got that name Jackson. Interesting. Shelton Jackson, Spike Lee. Do the Right Thing. Look, he's in highest, lowest. Highest to lowest. That's interesting because I just showed you Michael Rappaport, Higher Learning. That's interesting with the same birthday, isn't it? Check that out. Even Ice Cube had that like 3-on-3 basketball league. So that's another connection right there, right? So that's very interesting. So you see Higher Learning right here. Michael Rappaport's in that movie. He's got the same birthday as Spike Lee. And look, Highest to Lowest is like a Spike Lee film, it looks like right here. Oh, that's amazing because look, he had the Black Klansman and he's got these like race related stories, right? And Higher Learning was a race related story, movie, okay? A lot of racism in that movie, right? I suggest anybody, if you haven't seen that movie, that's a nice movie for real. That was one of my favorite movies growing up. I remember sneaking into the theater to watch that movie. You would pay for a certain movie and then maybe you would watch it. And then when the movie ended, you would just bounce over to watch another movie. Or you would just leave during the movie and just bounce around. But yeah, that was one of them. And that's a nice one. So we get a lot of nice connections with March 20th. And did I just see? Look, here's another. Oh, Hurt. I thought it said, huh? Look, Sting, the wrestler. His birthday, it looks like, is March 20th as well. Sting, S. Spike Lee, S. There's probably some connection with Sting and Spike, right? I mean, just like the words. So you got Sting. Looks like he's 67 if that's updated. So a nice little variety of birthdays today on March 20th. Okay. It looks like that's the list. All right. So there's a hockey player there. Okay. So some nice connections with March 20th. I put out some characters with this birthday. They may not tell you if any of them find themselves trending. They may not tell you, oh, it's their birthday in the story. But yeah, just keep an eye out. We're on March 20th. I think it was Gypsy Rose that I was talking about. It was Gypsy Rose right there. Okay. All right. So yeah, just some stuff to look out for. March 20th birthdays. Until next time.